Oh god, no. Do not. Don't tell me I'm going to have to use that to solve this riddle. I have a feeling that I'm going to have to. Yes. Because as I'm walking on these, that stuff is popping up. I'm not looking forward to that. Oh, that's very weird. Oh, this is going to be fun. What's this book? Oh, just orange. Oh, I'll take that. What was that? Collect trap. Oh. I'll collect the used trap. That was a pretty awesome trap. It worked pretty well to keep them crowd controlled. Alright. Let's check these boxes. And go. Yeah, I'm almost positive we're going to need those, because those were actually lit up, like, by default. So, that's great. Damn it, another goddamn book. And they're glowing, too, so. Legendary treasures. Among the acknowledged treasures of the last century, 3 have gained exceptional fame. First is the Amber Chamber, which Verfriel, Demovin's father, took a spoil when he defeated Medal of Temeria. This breathtaking masterpiece, a chamber's decor made entirely from amber, was sadly lost in the storm of war. Either buried or destroyed, all traces of it have disappeared. The second treasure belonged to the dragon Oxvist of Quartz Mountain, known also as the Crystal Mountain or the Mountain of the Burning Sands. A group led by Yarpen Zegrin killed the beast and took the treasure, which includes sapphires, singular in hue, and diamonds as large as cherries. Said gems then sent the jewelry market into disarray. The third legendary treasure of this century is shrouded in mystery, for both its composition and the details of how and where it was found remain secret. One thing is certain, it includes ancient artifacts of untold power. One of the items exploded, claiming the lives of 3 of the 5 mages studying it. The world at large might have heard more about the discovery on this occasion, but not long after the tragic accident, a veil of silence once more descended on the matter. Okay, let's see how this all plays into this riddle.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Did I hear someone complain about the riddles being too easy?
The guy who burned
Let's
up.
think this through. There are 9 alcoves, a fresco in each. That's 3 groups of 3 frescoes.
The riddle mentions 3 guides above the travelers. We must examine the frescoes, seek answers there.
I'll advise you about the riddle, but I will not take part in disarming the device. I've got a bad feeling about this.
What do you think of the first verse?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
I believe it's the dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Gehenna would also be a competent astrologer. The verse must refer to the constellation.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation. The verse seems to indicate the allegory illustrating that transformation.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The first verse was, "At night they trailed a drake serpentine."
At night, they trailed. I would think it would be the constellation, because it sounds like they were using that as like sailors would use constellations for guidance. So I really don't think it's time. I really don't think it's the allegorical chemical transformation, unless there are werewolves or something. Let's go with the constellation.
It should be the dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
Oh wow, this is gonna be interesting.
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the white rose, symbol of the Order of the Flaming Rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry, silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows a unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the Death's Head.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
As I recall, the second verse was, "A silver lady shining and fine, if only her visage she would deign to unfold."
Now, there was that book that said something about that as well, and they were talking about the constellation and the Witcher saving her and all that.
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the white rose, symbol of the Order of the Flaming Rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry, silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady...
That doesn't seem...
describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its...
I think it's the full moon or the Death's Head. Let's listen to the verse one more time.
As I recall, the second verse
Shining
was,
and
"A
fine."
silver lady shining and fine, if only her visage she would deign to unfold.
So that could be kind of a reference to like a full moon versus like if the moon's not out at all.
I think it's the full moon.
Allow me.
What do you say to the third verse?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, "As above, so below." The vault is the ravine into which the riches of the mountain flow.
We must read the third line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists. Those mountains are a vault in and of themselves.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item. The mountain vault is the tower.
I wish you could ask the verse again
Can
first.
someone remind me how the line was worded?
The third fragment mentioned a mountain vault containing untold riches which guided the travelers by day.
Which guided the travelers by day.
Can someone remind...
The third fragment mentioned a mountain vault containing untold riches which guided...
I wish he would have repeated it exactly, but
What do you say?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, "As above, so below." The vault is the ravine into which the riches of the mountain flow.
it doesn't seem
We must
likely.
read the third line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists. Those mountains are a vault in and of themselves.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item. The mountain vault is the tower.
I don't really see how a mine entrance could guide them, nor a ravine. The tower, on the other hand, could do so. And it should be visible by moonlight if it's like big enough.
The verse describes the tower. I'm sure.
I wouldn't
I'll
say
stand
I'm
next to that
sure.
fresco.
Sure, let's try
Let's
it.
see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
Yeah, we're probably gonna die. Here's the tower. This is probably gonna be bad. I probably... Ah, okay, so we have to kill things.
We must try another combination. You stay.
Alright, that's not necessary. Wow, that thing died quick. Hell, I could keep failing this on purpose to farm gargoyles. Why does everything blow up? Yeah, that's like free stuff right there, wow. Hell yeah, we'll keep getting it wrong. Okay, I am actually going to kind of work on this so that you guys don't have to watch here as I try to figure it out. And I'll pick you guys up when I think I've got it. Okay, I thought about it, re-looked at the books, and I have, I guess.
At night, they trailed a drake serpentine.
Alright, oops. Alright, you know what?
Fine.
Damn it. I wanted to, yeah, I want to let you listen to the thing again.
Group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked.
The 3 constellations.
At night, they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Okay, so the 3 things they're following are the constellations, I think. The serpent, the lady, and the one that's in the distance is the Witcher constellation that we read about in that first, well, one of those books. So I think, so I feel pretty certain that this is the dragon constellation.
It should be the...
I shall take.
In the second verse, I don't think it's the moon, because per the book, the constellations did not show if the moon was out. So I think the moon is actually hiding the constellations. But as for these other 2, it was kind of flaky. I was going to go ahead and go with the white rose,
Must be the white.
Allow me.
even though I'm not 100% on that. Third verse, I think this is the mine entrance in the mountainside, partially because we have a book about Markaham or whatever, but that seems possibly legit.
The mine entrance in the mountainside. That seems logical. I'll stand next to that fresco. Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to.
Yeah, alright, we know.
As you will.
We know. Can we get my sword out just in case? Okay, that's the ravine, so we want to do this. Damn it.
Guess they'll never learn.
We must try another combination.
Yeah, thanks. I know. God damn it. Shit rolling up.
Enough of this.
Alright. So let's grab these. I really feel like the first one is correct. I really feel that one's is the dragon constellation.
It should be the dragon constellation.
Because that's the sea serpent or whatever that was attacking the lady. This one, the Death's Head.
What do you think?
To my mind, it speaks of the white rose, symbol of the Order of the Flaming Rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry, silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
Well, see, it has like the
I
stars in the
think it
background.
describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows the unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the Death's Head.
I really don't feel like that's it.
It's the skull.
But
Allow me.
but I feel like the mine is correct as well.
The mine entrance. I'll stand. Let's see if take your place.
Count me.
Yes, I know. I wonder if you just keep failing it. I wonder if you got anything good for doing it right the first time. Probably not. I mean, Unless... Another possibility...
We must try another combination.
Don't need to tell me that every time. Sissy gargoyles. That mage has a way to block himself from all damage. Come on, pick it up. I'm getting some mats though. That's all that really matters. Just sit here and farm. Ooh, we got a gargoyle trophy. What's that do? Wow, armor 7? Vitality 20 though. Eh. Not as sexy. Alright.
A group of
I mean, we're almost running out of possible combinations. Again, I really feel like the dragon is correct on the first one. Second verse, the White Rose I think is the least likely of the two. The Death's Head also doesn't make sense. I mean, the full moon...
Can someone remind...
As I recall, the second verse was, a silver lady shining and fine, if only her visage she would deign to unfold.
That also sounds like the moon. I mean, it's like face, if she deigns, because with the constellation it sounds more like she's choosing to show it, but with the constellation it's more like the moon's not out, so she's there. The moon is quote unquote choosing to show its face. So the more I think about it, I think the moon does make sense.
It's the full moon.
Allow me.
The third verse. Did we try Dragon Moon Mine? No, we tried Dragon Moon Tower. Let's try Dragon Moon Mine.
Let's see if we take your place.
If we haven't... Yes, I know. I really feel like this is... If we didn't fail this one already, I really feel like this is it. But the more I think about it, the more I think the first two at least are correct. This one... Oh, here we go.
intruder detected.
I saw that coming. So, we got the riddle correct. Or was it a case where you fail so many
Our
times?
expedition has grown thin. Such a shame. I actually found those two amusing.
Shut up.
Of course, my lady.
This guy's a twat. I can't loot them. So I had it right the first time except for the tower, which now I understand more, because before what I didn't get was I was like, well, how are they being led by just an entrance like that? But I guess it's in a mountain, so if it's higher up, it makes sense.
I expected a greater challenge.